Hi, good morning, everybody. How are you? All are fine? I also fine. Okay. I hope all are read your textbook very well. Am I right? Did you read everything? Okay. Listen. In last class, we discussed something that is the loan activities of banks. We know that there is two types of, that is the who are that? Okay. Then depositor and also borrower. Bank is the mediator. Then we discussed there is two credit situation. Okay. What was the after effect of that credit situation? There is created a big problem, that is the debt trap. What is the reason behind it, the debt trap? And so many things we discussed there is. Okay. Today we want to discuss the another topic related to the previous class, that is the terms of credit. What is our next topic? Terms of credit. Terms of credit. From chapter 3. Maybe somebody has some doubt of which chapter is it, third chapter. Okay. Terms of credit. That means on what basis here is we will take some loan from bank. What are the promises or what are the assets there is need? Okay. And so many things we want to discuss. Okay. Terms of credit. Every loan agreement specifies an interest rate which the borrower must pay to the lender along with the repayment of the principal. In addition, lenders may demand collateral against loan. Collateral means here is a security. They need some security against loan. Collateral is an asset that the borrower owns. What are the assets here is included, such as land, building, vehicles, livestock, deposit with the banks, and uses this as a guarantee to a lender until the loan is repaid. If the borrower fails to repay the loan, the lender has the right to sell the asset or collateral to obtain payment. Properties such as land titles, deposits with the banks, livestock are common examples of collateral used for borrowing. Listen. Every loan agreement specifies an interest rate which the borrower must pay to the lender along with the repayment of the principal. Okay. Every loan agreement there is an interest. Okay. Listen. The borrower must pay to the lender along with the repayment of the principal. On that time surely we want to pay the interest. That is the procedure. In addition, the lenders may demand the collateral. Maybe the lenders demand the collateral. That means the security. There needs some security. What are included this security, or what is the another name of the security? That we call collateral. Okay, it's very important. Here we want to use one word, that is the collateral. Collateral is called security. What is it? Security. Collateral is a security. Okay. Listen. What are included the collateral? Here is the collateral is an asset that the borrower owns, such as land, building, vehicle, livestock, deposited with the banks, and uses this as a guarantee to a lender until the loan is repaid. Until the loan is repaid, there is a guarantee. Okay. The loan തിരിച്ചടയ്ക്കുന്നത് വരെ guarantee ആയിട്ട് കൊടുക്കുന്ന these items. Okay, that is called, these assets are called collateral, or it is called our security. If the borrower fails to repay the loan, listen, if the borrower fails to repay the loan, the lender has the right to sell the asset or collateral to obtain payment. If the borrower is failed to repay the loan, the lender, that means who gave the loan, maybe bank. Okay, listen, that borrower the lender has the right to sell the asset or collateral to obtain payment. നമുക്ക് ലോൺ എടുത്തിട്ട് തിരിച്ചടയ്ക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞില്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്താണോ നമ്മൾ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി ആയിട്ട് കൊടുത്തിട്ടുള്ളത്, they could sell, അല്ലേ, അവർക്കത് വിൽക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. That rule exists here. The properties such as land titles, deposit with the banks, livestock are some common examples of collateral used for borrowing. Okay, please underline that. Here is what are mainly used for borrowing? Deposit with the banks, then land titles, livestock. These are the common examples of collateral used by for borrowing. Okay, then here is one example. All of you look there, in right side there is one, a house loan. There is one yellow box. All of you look there. Megha has taken a loan of rupees 5 lakh from the bank to purchase a house. Okay, you want to purchase a house, that's why she took a loan 5 lakhs. The annual interest rate on the loan is 12% and the loan is to be repaid in 10 years in monthly installment. Okay, annual interest rate on the loan is 12% and the loan is to be paid in 10 years in the monthly installment. Megha had to submit to the bank documents showing her employment records and salary before the bank agreed to give her the loan. Listen, Megha had to submit to the bank documents showing her employment records and salary before the bank agreed to give her the loan. She want to take loan from the bank. On that occasion, Megha want to submit something. Listen, here annual interest rate of the loan is the 12%. The loan is to repay in 10 years in the monthly installment. She want to repay the loan 10 years. What is the duration? 10 years. There is some monthly installment. Megha had to submit to the bank documents showing her employment record and salary before the bank agreed to give her the loan. The bank retained as the collateral the papers of the new house, which will be returned to Megha only when she repay the entire loan with the interest. Listen, there is Megha submitted or gave some collateral. When she completely repay the loan, after that she will get the documents. അതായത് നമ്മൾ ലോൺ എടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എന്താണോ അവിടെ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി ആയിട്ട് കൊടുത്തിട്ടുള്ളത് അത് നമുക്ക് പിന്നീട് തിരിച്ച് കിട്ടുന്നത്. എന്നാണോ നമ്മൾ ലോൺ എടുത്തിട്ടുള്ളത് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഓൺ ദാറ്റ് ഒക്കേഷൻ we will get the security or this collateral. Is it clear? Okay. Interest rate, collateral and documentation requirement and the mode of repayment together comprise what is called the terms of credit. All of you listen, it's very very important. You expect one question from this topic, terms of credit. That is very important. All of you underline this: interest rate, collateral and documentation requirement. Okay. Interest rate, collateral, then documentation, next mode of repayment. Okay, interest rate, collateral and documentation requirement and the mode of repayment together comprise what is called terms of credit. Okay, these are called terms of credit. Is it clear what are included the terms of credit? Then the terms of credit vary substantially from one credit arrangement to another. To vary substantially one credit arrangement to another. That means it is not same in. They may vary depending on the nature of the lender and the borrower. They may listen. There is some differences. Maybe that depended upon the nature of the lender and the borrower. The next section will provide the examples of the varying terms of credit in the different credit arrangements. Okay, then here is we want to discuss some examples. All of you listen here. The economics chapter's speciality, there is included so many examples, but that examples included there is some important things or the important fact. That's why all of you want to read very carefully these examples. There is included some truth. Is it clear? Okay. Then variety of credit arrangement. What is our next thing? Variety of a credit arrangement. Example of a village. Here is one. What is our next topic? Variety of credit arrangement. Here is one example of a village. Rohit and Ranjan had finished reading about the terms of credit in class. Here is two children or two students, that is Rohit and Ranjan. They had finished the reading about the terms of credit in class. They were eager to know the various credit arrangements that existed their area. Listen, here is, they were eager to know the various credit arrangements. ഇങ്ങനെ വളരെ ആകാംക്ഷയോടുകൂടി ഇരിക്കുകയാണ്. What are the credit arrangements that existed in their area? Who were the people who provided credit? Who were the people who provided the credit? Who were the borrowers? What were the terms of credit? They decided to talk to some people in their village. Read what they record. Listen, here is two students. They want to collect some informations. Who are the borrower? Who are the lender? Then what are the procedures? From where they get this loan? And so many things they want to find. That's why they ask something. These two. Another people, village people. Here is some records. All of you want to listen. The first, 15th November 2006. We head directly for the field where most farmers and laborers would be working at this time of the day. The fields are planted with potato crops. We first meet Shyamal, a small farmer in Sonpur, a small irrigated village. Listen, in which year? 2006. 2006. Then 15th November. Here is firstly directly for the field where most farmers and laborers would be working at this time of the daytime. They are working. The field are planted with the potato crops. Which crop there is planted? Potato crops. We first meet Shyamal, that is a small farmer in Sonpur, a small irrigated village. Here is one village name Sonpur. They met a farmer, a small farmer. Then his name Shyamal. Here is something related to that conversation. Shyamal tells us that every season he needs loan for cultivation on his 15 acres of land. But he had 15 acres of land. In every season he needs some loan. Till a few years back, he would borrow money from the village money lender at an interest rate of 5% per month. That means 60% per annum. Listen, 5% per month he want to give interest to the money lender. For the last few years, Shyamal has been borrowing from an agricultural trader in the village at an interest rate of 3% per month. Listen, the first time he took loan from the money lender. There is a per month. Here is interest rate. That is the how many percentage? Okay, an interest rate of 5%. But now he depend upon the trader. There only 3%. Okay. At the beginning of the cropping season, the trader supplies the farm input on credit, which is to be repaid when the crops are ready for harvest. The beginning time of the cultivation or the beginning time of the cropping season, trader supplies the farm input on credit. We know that what are the input, what are the output. എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് കൃഷിക്ക് വേണ്ടി നമ്മൾ അങ്ങോട്ട് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്? That means seeds, fertilizers, irrigation facility and everything, that is called input. Listen, he want to satisfy the needs. That means agricultural inputs he want to buy with the help of this credit when want to repay the harvesting time. Listen, farm inputs on the credit which is to be repaid when the crops are ready for harvest. അല്ലേ, മൂത്ത് പാകമാണ്. ഹാർവെസ്റ്റിംഗ് ടൈമിൽ he want to return the or repay the loan. Besides the interest charge on the loan, the trader also makes the farmer promise to sell the crop to him. Listen, the farmer want to give interest. Beside that interest, he promised one thing. When harvested these crops, he want to sell the trader. ആ ട്രേഡർക്കിന് വേണം ഈ ഐറ്റം കൊടുക്കാനുള്ളത്. This way the trader can ensure that the money is repaid promptly. That's why they correctly repaid the money, or the trader can collect the money at the time. Listen, that means there is not delay. That means the promptly. Also, since the crop prices are low after the harvest, the trader is able to make a profit from buying the crop at a low price from the farmers and then selling it later when the price has risen. We know that the harvesting time or season time, on that time each item's price decreases. Okay, on that occasion here is a trader buy these items at cheap rate, and when price increases he will sell this item. Okay, the profit completely gained the trader. Is it clear? Is it clear? Listen, on the basis of this example we understood something. Here is the farmer suffer everything, but profit completely, the profit earned here is the mediator, that is the trader. അല്ലേ, ട്രേഡറാണ് ഇദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഇൻപുട്ട് വാങ്ങാൻ വേണ്ടി പണം നൽകിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. പക്ഷേ അതിന് ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റും കൊടുക്കണം. അതിന് പുറമെ ഹാർവെസ്റ്റിംഗ് ടൈമിൽ ഇദ്ദേഹത്തിനാണ് ഈ ഐറ്റംസ്, ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് പൊട്ടറ്റോ ആണ് കൾട്ടിവേറ്റ് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ അത് കൊടുക്കേണ്ടത്. ആ ഹാർവെസ്റ്റിംഗ് ടൈമിൽ അതിന് ചീപ്പ് റേറ്റ് ആയിരിക്കും, വില വളരെ കുറവായിരിക്കും. ആ സമയത്ത് ട്രേഡർ ഇത് വാങ്ങി വെച്ചിട്ട് എപ്പോഴാണോ വില കൂടുന്നത് ആ സമയത്താണ് അദ്ദേഹം അത് സെല്ല് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ പ്രോഫിറ്റ് മുഴുവൻ കിട്ടുന്നത് ട്രേഡറിനാണ്. കൾട്ടിവേറ്റർ ഓർ ഫാർമർ suffered everything. That is the situation. We next meet Arun, who is supervising the work of one farm laborers. Okay, then firstly they met Shyamal, then another here is another person, that is the Arun. Arun has a 7 acre of land. He is one of the few persons in the Sonpur to receive bank loan for cultivation. Listen, the Sonpur village there is only few person got the bank loan. Here Arun also got the bank loan. He is one of the few persons in the Sonpur to receive bank loan for cultivation. The interest rate on the loan is 8.5% per annum. Listen, the first example there is they depend upon, that means like Shyamal depend upon the money lenders and trader. Per month there is a 5% or 3%. Annually we know that that is the 60% or 35% or that type of. But here only when they get loan from the bank they are only 8.5% per annum. അല്ലേ, വർഷത്തിലേക്ക് 8.5%, and can be repaid any time in the next 3 years, and also they can repay in any time next 3 years. അടുത്ത 3 വർഷത്തിനുള്ളിൽ എപ്പോഴെങ്കിലും ആയിട്ടത് തിരിച്ചടച്ചാൽ മതി. That is the another speciality. Then Arun plans to repay the loan after harvest by selling a part of the crop. He then intend to store the rest of the potatoes in a cold storage and apply for a fresh loan from the bank against the cold storage receipt. The bank offers this facility to farmers who have taken crop loan from them. Okay, listen, the bank provides some facilities. Who took crop loan from there, bank gave another loan. That means there is they want to start some storage facility, that means cold storages. ഓക്കെ, ബാങ്കിൽ നിന്ന് ലോൺ എടുത്തവർക്ക് പിന്നീട് ഒരു ഫ്രഷ് ലോൺ നൽകും. കോൾഡ് സ്റ്റോറേജ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ. അത് ബാങ്ക് ലോൺ എടുത്തവർക്ക് ക്രോപ്പ് കൾട്ടിവേഷന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് മാത്രം ബാങ്ക് ലോൺ എടുത്തവർക്കേ അലൗഡ് ഉള്ളൂ. അപ്പോൾ ഹിയർ വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദ സ്പെഷ്യാലിറ്റി ഓഫ് ദിസ് പേഴ്സൺ, ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് Arun, repaying time 3 years, only 8.5% interest per month, not per year, and also here he can buy most of the things, I mean, he can collect or store these item, that means the cultivated item, for example like a potato, he will keep there, that means the cold storage. Okay, Rema is working in neighborhood field. She worked as an agricultural laborer. Listen, firstly we discussed in case of Shyamal. Shyamal had 15 acres of land, but he depended upon the high interest rate providing persons like money lenders, traders. But in case of Arun, he depended upon bank loan. That's why there is no difficult situation, because there is a low interest rate, and also provide the storage cold storage facility, because the bank helped to provide a loan facility. Then here is another personality, that is the Rema, that is a laborer. Okay, listen, agriculture laborer. She works as an agriculture laborer. There are several months in the year when Rema has no work and needs credit to meet the daily expenses. She need to credit the daily expenses. She have only one way, that means credit loans. Okay, that means there are several months in the year when Rema has no work and need credit to meet the daily expenses. Rema has no work. On that time, she need to meet the daily expenses. There is only one solution, that credit. Like കടം വാങ്ങുക മറ്റുള്ളവരോട് ജീവിക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട്. Expenses on a sudden illness or function in the family are also met through loans. Rema has to depend on her employer, a medium landowner. Okay. Okay, here we know that she want to satisfy her daily needs. There only one solution, she want to buy some credit to from others. Listen, then listen, here is the expenses of the sudden illness or functions in the family are also met through loan. Rema has to depend on her employer, a medium landowner in Sonpur, for credit. The landowner charges an interest rate of 5% per month. Rema repay the money by working for the landowner. അല്ലേ, നമുക്ക് ആവശ്യമായിട്ടുള്ള മണി കടം വാങ്ങുന്നത് ലാൻഡ് ഓണറോടാണ്. He also put there is interest rate 5% per month. Rema repay the money by working for the landowner. Most of the time Rema has to take a fresh loan before the previous loan has been repaid. At present she owes the landowner rupees 5,000. Though the landowner doesn't treat her well, she continued to work for him since she can get loan from him when in need. Rema tells us that the only source of credit for the landless people in Sonpur are the landowner employers. Okay, listen, here is in case of Rema, we know one thing, that situation is a very difficult situation. She can't fulfill her needs because already poor condition, that means she agricultural laborer, she want to completely depend upon the landowner. That means here is the landowner gave some loans, but she can't repay completely. Again and again she take a fresh loan from there. He put some interest, especially we know that high interest rate, like per month 5% interest rate. She can't repay the loan. Now her situation nearly 5,000 rupees want to repay. We know that on that occasion the landowner or her owner treated not very well. Okay, here is the most of the people like Rema mainly depend upon the money lenders or landowners. That's why here is we know one thing, they charges high interest rate. That's why they can't suffer the high interest rate. On the basis of we understood one thing, here is if government is ready to provide some loan, they can fulfill their needs. Okay, there is some improvement, but only few persons can collect the loan from banks in Sonpur. അല്ലേ, സോൻപൂരിലെ കുറച്ച് ആളുകൾക്ക് മാത്രമേ ബാങ്ക് ലോൺ ഫെസിലിറ്റി അവൈലബിൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ളൂ. അതേഴ്സ് now also depend upon the money lender, trader and landowners. It create there is a big problem. That means their life always worse off. Okay, then loans from cooperatives. Then here is one another example, loans from cooperatives. Besides banks, the other major source of cheap credit in rural areas are the cooperative societies or cooperatives. Members of a cooperative pool their resources for the cooperation in certain areas. We know that beside the bank here is one another source of cheap credit, especially in rural areas, that we call the cooperative societies. Okay, listen. There are several types of cooperatives possible, such as farmers cooperatives, weavers cooperatives, industrial workers cooperatives, etc. Then Krishak cooperative functions in a village not very far away from Sonpur. It has 2,300 farmers as members. It accepts deposit from its members with these deposits as collateral. Listen, here is some cooperative societies. There are also low interest rate. Cooperative society provides some loans. The members deposited a small amount there is. Then it accepts deposit from its members with these deposit as the collateral. They consider this deposit as the collateral. The cooperative has obtained a large loan from the bank. These funds are used to provide loan to members. Once these loans are repaid, another round of lending can take place. Okay, once these loans are repaid, another round of lending can take place. Once repay or completely repay the loan, they can take another loan from this bank with the help of this cooperative society, because who are the members of this society? They deposited something, that is the collateral. That collateral used for taking some loan from bank. Is it clear? That is the another method. Krishak cooperative provides loan for the purchase of agricultural implement, loans for cultivation and agricultural trade, fishery loans, loans for construction of houses, and for a variety of other expenses. Okay, here the Krishak cooperative provides loans. For what purpose here is that provide the loans? The purchase of agricultural implement, then loans for cultivation and agricultural trade, fishery loans, and also loan for the construction of houses and for a variety of other expenses. Okay, I repeat, today we discussed terms of credit. What are included the terms of credit? Here we know that interest rate, collateral, documentation and mode of repayment, that is called the terms of credit. Then we know that if we want to take some loan, surely there is need some collateral. We call the collateral, what is the another name of collateral? That is the asset or security. Okay, this security included some valuable assets like vehicle, land, and also livestock, etc. Okay, if you want to take some loan, surely if you want to take some loan from bank, surely there is need some collateral. Without collateral we can't take loan from the banks. Then here is what is the terms of credit. On the basis of we want to identify on what basis we can take some loan. On the basis of here is 3 examples. We understood something. Somebody didn't get or didn't depend upon the bank loan because they have no collateral. On that occasion, they are mainly depend upon the money lenders or traders or the landowners. What is the speciality of the money lenders, traders or landowners? They always imposed high interest rate. That is why they can't repay the loan properly. If they want to repay the loan, there are only one solution. Especially in case of the farmers, they want to sell their item. These persons, for example, like the trader or the landowner, they compel the person to give their item at a low price. That's why their life always going on the poor condition, that means worse off. That's why there is no improvement. Okay, on the basis of we understood it is not a good thing. Here they want to some changes. Government want to provide some loan facilities. That's why especially in the rural areas there is started some cooperative societies. Cooperative societies speciality, they pull together or they collect, they pull something, that means the members deposited something, that amount they used as the collateral. This collateral they used for taking loan from bank. When they completed or repaid completely the first loan, they can take another loan from that. That only. Okay, listen, it is very very important, terms of credit. Then we want to take or we want to discuss the another topic on the basis of this, that is the one thing, especially bank loan, that is included in which sector? Money lenders, traders, landowners, friends, relatives, and that type of people included in which category, that we want to discuss later. Okay, listen, here is each topic connecting each other, that means the continuation for the one and another, that means step by step. Okay, listen, that means it's a very very simple topic, you don't worry about it. Money and credit, firstly we discussed in which occasion. Here is money, we used the medium of exchange, and also initial time or starting time, what are the items used for the money, what is the demerit of the barter system. Then we know that there is existed some double coincidence and so many things. Then we discussed what are the metals used for the money. The initial time here is used the valuable things like cattle, and then here is some metals also used, but gradually there is some changes. Then we discussed who issued the currency behalf of the country. Here is the Reserve Bank of India issued the currency behalf of the country. Then we discussed how it helped. Then next we discussed who are included the bank activities. Before discussing that, we discussed one thing, what is check, for what purpose check, what is the use of check, and so many things discussed earlier. And also one thing, the bank activities who are included mainly, we know that lenders and there is some borrowers. Okay, then bank as the mediator, from the depositor deposits some amount, bank gives some interest to the depositor. At the same time, who credit loan from there, that means the borrowers gave high interest rate, then bank as the mediator. Then we discussed here is different types of the credit situation, which credit situation is more favorable, or on what occasion they can make some changes in their life, and so many things we already discussed. And also today we discussed terms of credit, what are included the terms of credit, on what basis we can collect loan from the bank, that means what is collateral, what is another name of collateral, what are included the collateral, what are the uses of the collateral, and so many things we already discussed. And also here is 3 examples. On the basis of 3 examples we understood something. Here is always we want to prefer the bank loan, because that only the support, not completely but comparatively I think more better, that is the bank loan, because there is a low interest rate, but government can't provide completely in everywhere. On that occasion they depend upon the informal sources like money lenders, then traders, landowners, etc. Then if government provided some bank loans, surely their life situation changed. We can expect there is some improvement in their life. And also in rural areas there is started some cooperative societies, cooperative society that also help in the society through loan. Okay, that means who are the members of the cooperative society? They deposited something, that means small amount, but they collect everything, and that they consider the collateral. This collateral used for taking loan from the bank, and finally they can take the loan from the bank. If they are speedily repay the loan, they can take another loan from there. Okay, that only. Okay, all of you want to read your textbook very carefully. Okay, then I will ask some questions to you every day. I will told you we discuss this matter. That means I am asking some questions to you. You think about, oh, that is not I am not asking anything. You don't worry about that. I will ask you. That means maybe you didn't expect my call, but I will ask these questions to you later. Okay, to be continued on next class. Thank you, children.